the Lithuanians, the whatever they were. Every single one of them took their time to make fun of me. Yeah, okay, maybe one time when my braid fell out in class, okay, they picked it up, they were laughing at me. That was very dramatic and embarrassing, actually.
Why did your braid fall out?
I don't know. The lady probably didn't tighten it enough. Like, it just, when your braids are in your hair for a long time and they start to get loose, and it was so embarrassing. I literally asked Tiana the other day when we were going to the shop, and I was like, has your braid ever fallen out in school? She was like, no, I make sure it doesn't fall out. I keep it tight. I was like, oh, well done. Can't relate.
Hi guys, welcome to another episode of AWA Voices. I am Avimbola.
And I'm Yewande, your favorite mother-daughter duo. Did you miss us? Because we miss you. Welcome back, yeah.
Hi guys.
As the sun is shining, it's about to be a lit summer.
Oh God. I'm trying to have what you're going to do this summer. I'm actually not looking forward to what she's going to get up to, because she's been giving me heads up all winter.
Yeah.
And I'm just glad the sun is out. The depression has fully disappeared, and I'm about to shake some ass.
Hey.
Me, I like bunda. Hey, me, bunda. Well, I don't like bunda, but you know what? This one is going to be outside in entire summer. She's already giving me heads up.
This summer's going to summer like summer's never summered before. It's going to be a Phineas and Ferb summer. It's 104 days of summer vacation. The school and fall just ended. It's gonna be that type of summer. 100% it will be. And I'm here for it because I feel like this year there's just been too much discourse on social media on like how people should carry themselves, especially women. Like there's been a lot of comments on like things women need to do and how women should move and
hair.
Like our hair.
Like, let us breathe.
And you know what I mean? That just makes me feel like, damn, like it really is a man's world because women can't have shit.
It's like they just want to conform us and confide us in. I don't know. It's just, and why us? Why can't you men do it to each other? Why can't you conform yourselves?
Honestly.
Why us? Why do we need to be the one to be conformed? Because you're intimidated by us.
I seen this video on TikTok. It was this woman. She used to live in, I think, somewhere in America or maybe Canada or something like that. She was a Nigerian woman. And then she went back to Nigeria. Maybe her branch got moved to Nigeria or something like that, whatever the situation is. She got moved back to Nigeria. And how she likes to wear her hair in Canada or the US or wherever she came from, she just wear her hair in its natural shape, in its natural like state, whatever. Just, maybe curled a little bit more, edges done or not, whatever it is, she would do it like that. She got into work in Nigeria. Everybody said, "Are you okay? What's wrong with you? Your hair's not done. Are you all right?" And she's like, "Guys, this is just how I like to wear my hair. I'm not really like, I don't like to get braids and do all that kind of stuff." Her boss literally said, "Take the day off. Here's some money. Let me take you to the salon so you can do your hair."
Is the boss a guy?
Of course.
Although, I understand we're talking about women and, things. From the Nigerian point of view, yes, the patriarchal is there. But then again, they're also very shallow-minded over there.
That's true. And I feel like it doesn't help as women as well because naturally
they're very shallow-minded over there.
Nigerians
are back in Nigeria, they're very shallow-minded. This is not a shade. They are
very shade.
They are very shallow-minded. They have a certain way a woman needs to look.
But that's so funny because it's like there's so many people in
for them to be deemed attractive enough.
Yeah. Which is another thing because it's just like, why do I have to look a specific type of way for you? I mean, I don't want to be one of those people that says everybody's beautiful.
just like your brother said, beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. And he was like, beholder is blind. The beholder was blind. Yeah, boy, that boy is not normal.
Not everybody's beautiful.
Everybody's just beautiful in their own ways.
Yeah.
Okay.
But there's like an objective and subjective.
That part.
You know what I mean?
But the thing is, again, that still boils down to the patriarchal system, how they expect women to show up and show, So, because at the end of the day, you are who you are, what you are, the way you're born. So who are you to say she's ugly? She's not this, she's not that. Do you get what I mean? So, like I said, the beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. Like, I don't like to call people ugly. Don't get me wrong.
I mean, if we're in an argument and you're ugly, you're gonna hear it.
Yeah. If your head is ugly,
head shape different, fat around. Don't be none of
Don't
that
be
things
none of that around me because I'll use it.
I will go low.
I'll go to hell.
Oh, right down. Better believe it.
I will go to hell. I won't lie. But on a good day, yeah, when we're not going to hell, I feel like the society is what the society is like. Like you said, the discourse around women and their hair, like you said about that woman that, works in Nigeria. It's just the fact that the way they expect us women to show up is jarring.
Yeah, like show up in what way? Like explain more on that, because it's like
we live in a society where as a woman you have to do times 20
of what a man does for you to just get a fraction of the recognition a man would.
So it's really, really jarring. And I pray this change as time goes on. I really, really pray. That's the thing, because this is
like look how many years it's been. Like it's
like our mother's fault, our mother's fault, our great-great-grandmother's fault. So, but it's so sad how, like, I don't know if you saw this on TikTok a while back while they were discussing about women's hair and the afro, like women and their natural hair. And I was like, we are very jobless in the UK, because why is that a conversation?
Man. All this chicken shop conversation.
Like, why is that a conversation? I understand, yes, some women, they can't do their hair themselves. I am one of those women. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know how to take care of my afro hair. I cannot take care of. My mom never taught me. Did I teach you how to take care of your afro hair?
No, I had to learn.
You had to learn it, because no one taught me. So I couldn't teach my daughters as well. So because I can afford to pay for stuff to be done, then I'll go and get stuff done. But then that does not mean I feel like I'm ugly with my afro hair.
Some people say it's like it's coming from a place of self-hatred.
Yeah, but it's not.
Because there's this lady who spoke on TikTok about the fact that she hates her natural hair. She thinks it's too rough, it's too tough, and that's why she just rather like wear wigs and stuff like that. And a lot of people have been dragging.
Well, people are allowed to feel the way they want to feel.
That's true. But she came out and then she said basically like it stemmed from years of when she was younger, getting bullied in school, getting this and that talked about her in school and all that kind of stuff. And now it's just like she's having to unlearn those like traumas that surrounds her. And a lot of people have been coming out and saying as well, like that's the situation. And it made me think back when I was in secondary school and how like I used to get bullied about my hair all the time.
Is it? Oh, you never told me this.
I used to get bullied for my hair.
But your hair used to be laid, like nicely done. Dude. You used to have braids.
Yeah, and like they will still like, let's say my braid falls out, or they'll be like, look at your rat tail. It's like they'll say, oh, you're wearing horse hair.
Because have you forgotten that you used to take it to salon every month to go and get it?
Was always done.
Yeah, your hair was always done. Like, but obviously in braids or in single plaits and stuff like that.
Kind of hairstyle. My hair was always done, yes, but it didn't stop people from making fun of me because I guess it just didn't match the type of hair.
But then it wouldn't have been black people that were making fun of you. Was it?
Yes.
Is it?
The blacks, the Asians, the whites, the Eastern European, the Polish, the Lithuanians, the whatever they were. Every single one of them took their time to make fun of me. Yeah, okay, maybe one time when my braid fell out in class, okay, they picked it up, they were laughing at me. That was very dramatic and embarrassing, actually.
Why did your braid fall out?
I don't know. The lady probably didn't tighten it enough. Like it just, when your braids are in your hair for a long time and they start to get loose and it was so embarrassing. I literally asked Tiana the other day when we were going to the shop and I was like, has your braid ever fallen out in school? She was like, no, I make sure it doesn't fall out. I keep it tight. I was like, oh, well done. Can't relate. Can't relate. But yeah, like a lot of girls get bullied in school because of their hair or being black. I got bullied for being black all the time. My lips were big, my nose was this.
And now they're all injecting their lips. I got bullied for my big yash.
Which is crazy because everybody loves a BBL.
Oh yeah, I got bullied I was called fat several times.
Even though you wasn't fat, you just had a big bum.
I just had a big bum. I've always had a big bum. I got bullied for my yash a lot. I got bullied for my yash. I got bullied for my accent, my Nigerian, because I had a thick, conk Nigerian accent. I got bullied for those two all the time. And now all those girls that bullied me for my accent, their husbands, how are you? Have you hit today?
Yay.
That's how all their husbands say.
H for occupy. W for West Anglo. Guys,
that's how their husbands say. A lot of them now these days, when you are speaking to them, you hear the other husband in the background. Do you hear me? And I'm like, bro, excuse me. Is that your husband? Oh, that's my husband. I'm like, I remember back in school days, you used to make me feel bad for my accent. And your mom and your dad sounded exactly like me, by the way.
And I'm just thinking, like, because I asked the twins as well, and Joshua a lot of the time, I was like, what do boys get bullied for in school? Like, what do because a lot of girls get bullied in school by other girls and guys jumping in.
I
on
always
the
say
game.
something, girls like girls, worst enemies. I know a lot of
Yeah.
people are not ready to hear this, but I feel like women, we are women's enemies. Like, yes, in as much as we're talking about the way the society tries to do this with us women, like they have this expectation of us, I feel like majority of it comes from women.
Mhm.
Like women, we hold each other to these standards that I don't get it.
Yeah.
It
100%.
makes no sense to me. I remember I was speaking to another business owner the other day. Yeah. And then she was saying something along the line, oh, we're talking about business. Because anytime you're around me, I'm gonna talk about business. Because me, all I know is how to make money. I don't know anything else.
Lucky.
And we were talking, and then she was like, oh yeah. And I was like, oh, I'm so happy for you. Like things are booming for you. Alhamdulillah, I'm grateful for you. I'm grateful to God for you. Da, 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 da. And then she was like, but sis, how about the lifestyle? And I was like, huh? And she goes, I don't see you showing lifestyle. And I'm like, I'm not gonna show lifestyle. What do you mean? Or like live the flashy life. So that's another expectations of women. Like they expect when you're making money, you're big, then you have to show a certain lifestyle.
I also feel like it's not even just if you're making money. They just expect women to
They
show
just
themselves
expect
in
to-
some type of way. And it's just kind of like, that's so unfair because I've seen a lot of guys say, especially like all these male podcast men, they will say like as soon as let's say that they're trying to approach a girl on Instagram,
Yeah.
as soon as they see the highlights and they see
Spain,
Amazon,
Morocco, Monaco,
all these
Dubai.
rich Mayfair, they don't approach the woman, which good, you know that you cannot
Stay away.
you can't, you know.
We're not looking
But
for
at the
someone
same
like
time,
you.
it's like if you saw a woman who doesn't post anything, or maybe she's living in a council estate, or she's like,
Yeah.
you know, she doesn't
Then
have the latest bag,
automatically they think she's starving, she's hungry, she's a beggar. She's
So it's like, can't win. You hold yourself to like, for example, remember that time when on TikTok they were saying that Jay Nice, the one that cooks,
Yeah, Jay
is a
Nice.
more
yeah, the way when she was, because she cooks as well, and then they were comparing that to the other one that
Kaya.
Kaya's
Cooking with
kitchen.
Kaya.
And I'm like cooking with Kaya, and I'm like, I don't understand why. That's another problem we have between us women. We compare too much.
Too much.
We compare too much. And like I was saying, as much as the society or the world is trying to hold us to a certain standard, we need to free ourselves from that shackles too.
But how can we do that?
How can we do that? Just
because I'd say
leave-
you're freed from.
I'm
we're
freed from
that.
yeah, I'm free from that. Just live your authenticity. Like live in your authenticity. Live your authentic life. Do what you want to do, and whatever it is you want to do, don't do it from the point of view of you want to show it off to someone. Like the minute you start living a life where you feel like you need to show something or prove something to someone, then you're not living in your authenticity, and that's you trying to hold yourself to the same standard the world is holding you onto. So live the life you want to live according to the way you want to live it, without anybody's approval. When I say approval, not like they literally need to come to you and come and tell you, oh my God, yeah. But it's more of approval of, oh, you're expecting certain likes, certain comments, certain stuff on social. Like, live the life you want with or without social media. Does that make sense? Like
you leave it without the like, you know, the direct result of the approval you're gonna get. Like, yeah, cool, okay, you usually the content you make is like, oh, you're cooking for 5, you're on a budget, this is how I made a meal. There's this lady on TikTok.
On that authenticity.
There's this lady on TikTok, I absolutely love her. She's like, come with me today to make a dinner for family of 4 with a $5. And she always makes a dinner for
There we
5
are.
every single time. And it's like, I love that type of content. But then let's say now she starts making some type of content that's like, oh, I'm in wherever Harrods today, buying this, buying that, buying this. Don't now expect that just that version of you that's doing those luxurious stuff to be the stamp of approval you need, because you was also just as great when you was making your budget friendly videos and your budget baddie videos.
And I think that's why a lot of influencers on social media sometimes struggles with their followers. Like when they start social media, they start on, you know, being authentic, being themselves, showing the world, you know what, you can do this. But then I feel like once they now get to a certain standard or a certain level, then they try to want to now start showing the luxury side, which there's nothing wrong with you getting rich. That's the goal in life. Like, you know, work hard and become rich. But then they become unrelatable to their followers.
The previous followers.
Because they are now living a certain lifestyle. So what I always say to influencers is just live the same life. Never ever stop. If you're the type that you like to wear Gucci, wear Gucci. If you're the type that you like to wear Zara from the beginning. Even if you don't have Gucci money from the beginning, still live a life where it's just balance. I understand where they always say this thing on social media, on TikTok, meme, like when I'm rich, you gonna know.
You're gonna know, but
And
there
I
will be
understand,
signs.
but then there'll be signs.
I ain't gonna tell nobody,
There's
but
gonna be
there will be
signs.
signs.
But it's just obviously your followers would not be able to relate to you anymore. But again, still going back to why we started this conversation, the way women are held to a certain standard.
Yeah.
Women are the only ones that can free themselves from this quote unquote standard.
There's things that men do that hold women to standard, because I know how women hold women to standard, but how does like the opposite sex do that?
I feel like men only do it if you give them the chance. If you're male centered,
No, so facts.
If you're male centered, then that's how men do it. Because yes, some men might probably say, "Oh, you don't dress like this way," but if you know you're not male centered and you're not attention seeker yourself, whatever that man says, it goes in here, it comes out here. Someone like me, a man cannot tell me, "Oh, you don't a certain lifestyle." I'll be looking, give me the money for it, because the hell are you coming to tell me to do certain things?
Where I am,
exactly. So I'm not going to live for your approval. I'm not going to try and present myself a certain way for your approval. As long as I know I've got integrity, morals, and I'm a good person at heart, I'm not going to try and live a luxury lifestyle just for you to be able to approve of me. Don't get me wrong. Yes, I do live a luxury life, but my luxury life is not something where I flash it to people's face. People that knows good things, when they see good things on my body, they can identify it. But I don't need to flash it in anyone's face. Just does that make sense? I don't need to show you like, oh my God, I went to Harrods today to go and buy. I went to Selfridges today. I'm in Hermes. I don't have Hermes money yet. I actually don't have Hermes money yet.
Hermes is like the Birkin bags, isn't it?
Yeah.
You have all the money, mommy.
We're winning mommy.
You
speaking like but anyways, but you know what I'm trying to say, like
I do get that, because at the same time, like I just feel like there's a lot of expectations that women face, because not just even from a standpoint of like just themselves, because even me myself, I'm thinking, okay, cool, you're approaching almost mid-20s, like there's always that kind of like rush of like, oh, like I have to achieve this, I have to achieve that, and I have to achieve that. And then as well as looking at it, comparing to like just society in general, like there's people talking about like, oh, marriage by this, kids by that, and that's just like, and do you know what? Yeah, I hear it on the why you're rolling your eyes, because it's like, bro, you can't dictate my timeline on my life, da 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 da. But at the same time, like nobody wants to be 40 and having a kid at the age of 40.
What do you mean nobody wants to be 40 and what?
Having a kid at the age of 40.
Yeah, people do it. There's a lady in Nigeria called Tokemaki. She had a baby at 40.
Like, are you even allowed to do that at that age?
Yeah, you are. If you're fertile enough, if you don't have a medical condition, your period is coming out as normal. You don't have. You're not in menopause yet. Menopausal yet. You can.
There's this woman, the one that does like she's not a nurse, but like she does like she helps pregnant women and stuff like that. I can't remember her name, but she was talking about the fact that like the older the egg is, the higher the risk is of like disabilities for the child, or like just problems and stuff like that. So it's just like not knowing that that's the science behind it, because it's not like it's not fiction, it's not non-fiction, it's not like it's like, or a myth or something. Like it's science.
Yeah, it could be a thing, but at the end of the day, everybody
does their own thing.
Yeah, I've got a friend that had a baby at 45, and now the baby is 5 years old, 6 years old, and she's good, and her herself, they're good. So I think it just depends on how healthy you are as a woman as well. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's something like the physicality of it, but in terms of like the thought process, the mental, the mind of it, it's like at the end of the day, like I like as much as society's like rushing me and putting me in this box to make sure that I have a kid at a reasonable age and I also like kind of like feel like it's something that has to happen, because at the end of the day, like I don't want to put myself in a position where I could be open to a high risk pregnancy at an older age, if that makes sense.
I get what you mean, but the world has really evolved now. So if you feel like, oh, my child might come out with some sort of medical condition. Some people have kids in their 20s and their kids still come out with medical condition. Yeah, sure. So you can't base it off of that. I know that scientifically it says the older the woman gets, the egg, but also this same scientifically, they did a research recently to prove that the older a man is as well, and they get with the woman, the chances of that child having some sort of, abnormality, the chances are high too. So it goes both ways.
Yeah, that's exactly my point. Like, it's like, society is very, even though it's not as, what's it called, not as strict as it used to be, in terms of like, back in the days people used to get married by the age of like, I don't know,
Yeah,
18,
21, 18,
20,
yeah.
da, 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 da. Even though it's not as strict at it as it used to be, did they low-key have a point, like in terms of like, the earlier the better? Did
There
they
is
have
the
a point?
science part and there is the reality.
That's true.
So again, I can only speak from my own point of view as a 41 years old woman, because everybody always go, oh my God, why does she like to mention she's 41? Because I am, and I'm proud to be 41. I don't know what else you want me to do. But anyways, as a 41 years old woman that already have 4 kids, and I am still quite fertile, that I can still provide. Like I'm at that stage now where I can either be a mother or a grandma, and I don't want either of them. I don't want to be a grandma, and I don't want to be a new mom.
Either.
I don't want either. And I don't want to be a grandma or a new mom. So I am one of those people that I'm still very fertile. I don't have no medical condition. I'm very healthy with my lifestyle and my choices. So I can still be pregnant and still create a very healthy baby, I believe. Except if I get with, I don't know, someone that has some medical conditions, then you never know. So like I said, I can only speak from my own point of view. I understand the society rush women into having babies. I feel like the reason society rush women into having babies is just from a standpoint of control sometimes.
Yeah, 100%. Because
Because
then at the same time, that's what I'm thinking. Like, it can't all be control. It can't all be like, yeah, control is definitely there, 100%.
Yeah.
But it can't all be
because obviously for you to have a baby, you have to get married or be with a man.
be with a man. But it can't all be control, because then at the end of the day, if society did have a point or is valid in saying the earlier the better, then like, even though yes, control is there, but they do have a point in saying the earlier the better, because obviously, again, like all the science behind, if you have kids later and then it's kind of like, okay, cool, yeah, slightly rubbish, because they're trying to force and put people in a box, but
Exactly, they're trying to put people in a box. I think again, that's still what I'm trying to say about society controlling us. Because as a person that have minds of their own, if you know you want to have a child, it's something where you can make that decision within yourself. Like, okay, you know what? I want to have my child at 28. I want to have my child at 30. I want to have my child at 40. As long as, like I said earlier on, you're healthy, you don't have no medical conditions, and you're not going through premenopause. So you can have the child at whatever age you want to have a child. So again, it still boils down to the society and the nonsense all they have against women. That's what I still feel like it boils down to. And guess what? It's 2026 now. You don't need to have the baby if you don't want to. You can do surrogacy. You can buy a sperm. Obviously, you're not going to buy it from the you're not going to buy it from the corner shop
as well. With that one, and then again, society will also make you feel like you're a bad woman or a bad mother for not.
When I have thousands and thousands of pounds,
society bite me.
When I have thousands and thousands of pounds and I can pay for whatever I pay, who gives a shit about the society and their thoughts?
Yeah, and I feel like that's what people need to start.
Like, who gives a heck what the society thinks? So I did a video on my TikTok page a few months ago. I think this was last year. And I talked about this, like ladies in their 40s, ladies in their late 30s, that because I know lately it's been difficult for people to find men. Men ain't shit. It's been difficult for people to find men these days to, procreate with. Even men now, they just little sassy princesses. I'm sure if we check, they do period too. Like they wear tampons. they wear bloody tampons. And so I feel like a lot of women these days, obviously they're struggling to meet a partner and start a family. So one of the things I said in the videos recently is, if you can afford it, because obviously you're in your 30s, I'm sure you're doing well financially. I'm sure you've, worked if you haven't had a baby and gotten married, sis, you better be cashing that doiler. Like, you cannot, like, you better be cashing that money at that age. That's my mindset, because you don't have a man, you don't have a child, you don't have a husband, and you're not making money. That's double homicide, sis. That's double homicide, sis. So I want to believe you can afford it at that age, and then you can just go to like a respectable place to go and get a sperm donor, like people do it these days. Gay couples do it. So I don't see why a straight woman can do it. So
I feel like society just makes straight women feel so rubbish and shit.
Society make women feel rubbish in general. At any opportunity they get to make women.
Can we ever win?
We can win if we want to win. You just give them middle finger.
Yeah.
Literally, give them middle finger and live the life you want to live. Because how long do you want to continue to live your life for the society? What has society done for you? Have they paid your bills? Have they paid your council tax? Okay, all right. Continue to like, oh, council, society. Fuck society, bro. Period.
Here first.
Period. So again, to end this video, what I'm going to say to women is do not let the society hold you to a certain, and sometimes society can be your family members.
That's tea.
Society could be family members sometimes. They start comparing you to their brother's daughter, or they start comparing you to their sister's daughter, or they start comparing you to the neighbor's daughter. Society could be families as well. And which is so sad. And I know there are a lot of women in that situation. But what I can just say to my ladies out there, F the family that are trying to compare you, F the society. You just live. Because at the end of the day, if you die, then to cool bill. If you die, say go away, you are gone. Whatever. Bye. Alabama, you're gone. Like, people are gonna cry, but trust me, that same night after they bury you, one of your friend or your cousin or somebody that you always like to live a certain life to please, they go get a good dick that night.
Wait.
Like, literally, people are gonna move on. People are gonna do stuff they want. Life keeps going on. No one is gonna hang around and like,
to live it for
so live your life for you and not for the society. As long as you're doing right by yourself, as long as you're doing right by the government, i.e. paying your tax, paying your bills, doing stuff you're supposed to do on time. Everything else, please, secondary. Live your life for yourself. Don't live for the society. Living for the society is just you trying to please some people that, I don't know, that don't even exist. So yeah, that's how I'm going to end this conversation.
Thank you anyways, guys. What did you say?
Don't please people.
Don't please people, facts. Thank you guys for tuning into this episode. I have been Yewande.
And I have been Abimbola.
And this is
our Voices.
Bye guys. See you
Bye.
next one.